I've seen those videos claiming you can start an AI-generated lo-fi music channel and make thousands a day, calling it the perfect passive income strategy. But after doing my research, I think it's the opposite. I've read tons of comments and know your concern. In this video, I'll show you why this niche might be one of the hardest, least rewarding grinds on YouTube today. Lo-fi channels often struggle with low CPM, as advertisers prioritize niches with audiences actively searching for solutions like tech reviews. Lo-fi music, on the other hand, is typically used as background noise for studying, relaxing, or sleeping, meaning viewers aren't engaging with the content in a way that makes ad placement effective. Even if your channel achieves millions of views, the earnings may not reflect the effort. Unlike channels in high CPM niches, where fewer views can still generate substantial revenue, lo-fi creators often spend countless hours creating and maintaining playlists, only to see minimal return. This reality makes it crucial to weigh the potential earnings against the effort required before starting a lo-fi channel. And then there's the competition. The lo-fi space is massively oversaturated, like channels everyone talks about, the lo-fi girl, dominating the scene through years of branding, iconic visuals, and a loyal audience that keeps coming back. This established channel boasts extensive libraries of content, ensuring listeners never run out of music, which makes it incredibly challenging for smaller creators to gain traction. While any channel has the potential to go viral, the challenges in the lo-fi niche makes it less likely compared to others, especially when AI-generated music is involved. Many creators rely on royalty-free music or heavily sampled tracks, further saturating the space with content that often feels repetitive. Breaking through this oversaturated market is a tough challenge, as newcomers need more than just quality content. They need creativity, persistence, and a unique strategy to capture attention. Since lo-fi music is often used as background noise, listeners tend to stick with familiar channels for a seamless experience rather than exploring new ones. And if you're not subscribed to YouTube Premium, frequent ad interruptions can ruin the listening experience, driving listeners toward live streaming channels that play uninterrupted music. This is a major reason why channels like Lo-Fi Girl, which stream 24/7, continue to dominate. Revenue is another huge challenge. Most viewers come to these channels for uninterrupted chill vibes, so overloading your videos with ads is simply not an option. At best, you can include one ad at the beginning and another at the end, but mid-roll ads, forget it. Loud interruptions disrupt the relaxing atmosphere and frustrate your audience, potentially leading to lost views and even unsubscribes. This ad limitation places a hard cap on your already limited revenue potential. It doesn't matter if your videos attract millions of views, the lack of mid-roll ads means your earnings will always lag behind niches where multiple ad placements are more acceptable. The monetization challenges don't end there. Live streaming is the go-to format for many lo-fi channels, as it focuses on providing uninterrupted music. While this is great for audience retention, it heavily depends on super chats, memberships, and donations, which can be unpredictable and inconsistent. Without alternative income streams, sustaining a lo-fi channel as a primary source of income becomes incredibly difficult. But let's say you manage to get your lo-fi channel off the ground. Monetization brings a whole new set of challenges. YouTube has strict guidelines when it comes to repetitive or low-effort content. A 10-hour video looping the same beat on repeat might seem standard for the lo-fi niche, but it can easily raise red flags with YouTube's algorithm, especially if the content is AI-generated or lacks originality. If your content is flagged as repetitive or unoriginal, it could result in rejection when applying for YouTube's partner program. This means all the time, effort, and resources you put into your channel could lead to nothing, so that's definitely a major risk to consider. If you're considering using AI tools like Mover to generate lo-fi tracks, each generation can last up to 25 minutes. To create a multi-hour video, you either have to loop the same track endlessly or spend hours piecing together dozens of different tracks to fill the time. To me, neither option feels particularly passive. They are both actually labor-intensive. And if the music isn't perfectly seamless or the vibe isn't consistent, it can break the flow and send viewers clicking away. While using AI tools can be convenient, it's not always the most reliable way to maintain the chill atmosphere. Many creators rely on AI, which could lead to a flooded space of similar sounding tracks that don't compel viewers to return. It's not that Moobird is a bad option, but if you choose to use it, then be ready to put in the work, and you'll definitely need to get creative to stand out. Then there's the ever-present risk of copyright issues. If you accidentally use music or visuals that aren't properly licensed, your channels could face copyright strikes, claims, or even removal from YouTube. Even royalty-free music can come with complex terms, like requiring proper attribution or additional licensing. For example, some music platforms might allow personal use but restrict monetized video, which could easily lead to violation if you're not fully aware of the terms. With Moobird, to safely monetize your content, you need their Pro plan at $39 a month. But even then, it doesn't allow streaming on other platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, or other music services for extra revenue. If you're like me, thinking you could hack the system by mixing Moobird beats with tracks from other platforms and claim ownership, well, it doesn't work that way. Moobird retains full ownership of the music. What you're actually paying for is a licensing agreement, not the outright purchase of the music. This creates another issue with repetitive content. Since Moobird retains ownership, they can license the same tracks to multiple users, which circles back to the monetization problem of repetitive content. Running a 24/7 lo-fi live stream is essential for many lo-fi channels, but it's far from easy. First, you need reliable streaming software like OBS to keep the stream running uninterrupted. On top of that, a stable internet connection with sufficient upload speed is crucial to avoid buffering or drop streams. Any downtime can damage your channel's reputation. Your computer also needs to be powerful enough to handle the constant workload without overheating. What most people don't mention is that running a live stream 24/7 puts significant strain on your hardware, and without proper cooling and maintenance, your setup could fail at the worst possible time. Let's just calculate the monthly bills to start and maintain a lo-fi channel. Running a stream around the clock increases electricity and internet costs. Based on average US rates, electricity for a basic setup costs about $30 per month, while a high-speed unlimited data plan can run up to $60 per month. Additional considerations include ensuring your modem and router can handle continuous streaming without frequent resets. Any necessary hardware or software upgrades can quickly add up, bringing your total monthly expenses to an estimated of $178 to $248. With all this in mind, it's clear this is far from passive option. And don't forget, to monetize your channel on YouTube, you need 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers, meaning consistent effort for at least 3 to 6 months just to have a shot at passing the monetization process. Then there's the hidden workload. Starting a lo-fi music channel isn't the easy high-reward venture many people imagine. Every aspect demands significant time and effort, from creating original music and crafting eye-catching visuals to editing videos, managing copyright consents, handling the ongoing maintenance of the channel, keeping stream running smoothly, troubleshooting technical glitches, and adapting to YouTube's ever-changing policies. It's a lot to handle. And when you weigh it all against the reality of low CPMs, intense competition, and unpredictable monetization hurdles, it's hard not to wonder if the effort is really worth it. So, is starting a lo-fi music channel worth it? Unless you are ready to invest countless hours, significant money, and deal with endless challenges for minimal returns, the answer is probably no. There are definitely more lucrative niches out there, ones with higher CPMs, less competition, and more sustainable earning potential. The idea of easy money in the lo-fi space is a misconception. The reality is far more challenging than it appears. If you're serious about growing a faceless YouTube channel that actually brings in solid revenue, focus on a niche that has real growth potential. I've got a video where I dive into high CPM niches that are not only profitable, but also manageable.